What's good, everybody? It's the GOAT Aaron Brown, and on this video, I will be talking about how Noah Lyles does not deserve to make Team USA, and he does not deserve a spot to go to the Olympics. We all know that Noah Lyles is fast. That's something you can't deny. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. He's the American record holder in the 200 meters, even though they set that race up for him to win. He ran decent in the 100. He ran decent in the 60. He ran 6'4" a few times. But despite running fast, that's the only thing that you can say about Noah Lyles that isn't negative. He's a dweeb, in my opinion. He always has the excuse every time he loses a race. Like, it never fails. Every single time bro has lost a race. Like, you can show me a race where Noah Lyles has lost within the last 2-3 years, and I can tell you the exact excuse that he made. Like this indoor season, he went to the indoor world championships. He said if it takes the world record to win, he's going to break the world record. Look at him, glued to the blocks, ran off on. He talked so crazy about how he was going to win this race and this and that, and he went out there and got his ass rolled. And this was a beautiful moment. I had never been so happy in my life before. Well, this is the second happiest I've ever been in my life. The first happiest I ever been is when Noah Lyles went to the Olympics and lost. That was the most beautiful moment in my life. But when he lost this race, despite him saying that if it takes a world record to win, which it didn't, look at his face. That's beautiful. Look at the failure on his face. I love to see bro fail. But he made a video and he was doing interviews talking about if it takes the world record to win, I'm running the world record. If it takes something slow to win, I'm running something slow. Went out there, was glued to the damn blocks, and got his ass rolled. Down there got outleaned by King Blake. And then after the race, he did an interview, and all of a sudden, he just was never training for the 60, despite running a whole season of 60. He had won indoor USAs for the 60, and just all of a sudden, after the race, he did an interview, and he was talking about how he wasn't training for the 60, and he started training for the 200 in between USAs and indoor worlds, and then all of a sudden had him rolled. Like, what does that even mean? And it's contradictory because he did a video on his YouTube page like 2-3 weeks ago. Well, before he had opened up in the 200 2 weeks ago, he did a YouTube video and said, I'm doing my first ever 200 practice this year. But after he lost his 60 race, he said that he was training for the 200, and that's the reason he lost his 60. So it's always funny when he loses. I love when he loses. Him losing is a beautiful thing. It's like he just doesn't deserve to be the face of the United States track and field because firstly, his nails are always painted. So other countries never take us serious with him being the face of United States track and field. And secondly, he has this false persona. We seen Noah Lyles grow up in the eyes of track and field. We know what you're really like. You're this anime guy. You do little weird anime stuff. You wear long socks that go up to your thighs and shit of that nature. So we know who you are. So for you to come out, be talking crazy, be talking tough, we know that's fake. We know that's not you, bro. Like, and it just seems so corny, and I don't like him. And I feel like he's a bad representation for this country, especially globally. It makes the country looks bad. It makes USA look bad, and it makes the other athletes competing for USA look bad. It gives the country a bad name. And then if he goes out there and he doesn't run a good race, or if he do run a good race and he get beat, he always has an excuse. Indoor, I wasn't training for the 60. Outdoor at the Olympics, he said Black Lives Matter was on his mind, and that's the reason he didn't win the Olympics. And that was the craziest excuse I've ever heard. Like, one thing about bro, he gonna come up with some super unique excuses that you never heard before. Like their Hall of Fame. Something AI couldn't even generate. This man literally got on an interview with Otto Bowden. It was an Instagram live video. All you got to do is go to TikTok and type in Noah Lyles, Black Lives Matter, and you're going to see it. He was on live, and he said that he didn't win the Olympics because he was in a race, and he was too busy thinking about George Floyd and shit like that. He was like, yeah, that just happened. Mind you, George Floyd died in May of 2020. The Olympics was in August of 2021. So somehow, over a year after George Floyd died, a man who he didn't even know, had no relationship with, had no personal connection with, no nothing. Somehow, was not on his mind in 2020 when he was racing, was not on his mind the whole season of 2021 when he went into the Olympics as the favorite with the fastest time in the world. And all of a sudden in the final, when he lost the race, George Floyd was on his mind and held him back from winning. Silliest shit I ever heard. He's a silly guy. Like, when things are going his way, it's never an excuse why they're going his way. But when things don't go his way and he started losing races, he always has an excuse. When he was at the Olympic trials in the Olympics in 100, 2021. No, not even 2021. I'm tripping. Last year at the World Championship trials in Eugene, Oregon, when Noah Lyles got third, he showed up. He got third, almost didn't even get a spot on the team. He said he was recovering from COVID. Brother, it's 2023. COVID don't even exist no more. Like, it's always something. Bro said he had got COVID like 4 times within that month. Where are you getting COVID from that month? That much. And once you get COVID, it's like you can't even just get it back to back like that anyways. So with bro, I've just heard it all. I've seen it all. And he's just a bad representation for this country. And I hate the way that they trying to push him into the media. He's so awkward. He's not normal, in my opinion. His nails are always painted. He always says weird stuff. He's awkward. He's damn near 30 years old, and I feel like he can't even really communicate effectively. Hopefully at the Olympic trials, when he makes it to the final, well, hopefully he doesn't even make it to the final in 100. But if he do, I hope he go out there and he runs 10.5. He don't make the team and he cries all night long. And then that just makes him so sad to the point where he can't even physically perform in no other race. And he goes in a 200 and he runs 22 seconds the first round and get eliminated. And we just never see or hear from him again in track and field because he's just a bad representation for the United States track and field. And with them having him as the face, it's embarrassing for the country. It's embarrassing for USA track and field, and they need to do a better job.